Welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I would also like to welcome Spirit into this reading and say thank you for the messages we are about to receive. This is a general reading. Okay, so the first card is Triumph, so it looks like whatever situation you've been dealing with, you've got the Chariot card of here, so this is coming, out of that difficult situation, moving away from it and being very triumphant. Achieving what you needed to achieve. You seem to have dealt with the Tower as well, so something that was very disruptive, something that held you in bondage really, and it's all seemed to have blown up, and you've had to deal with that. So you have dealt with the Tower moment, and it seems like you are going to be successful, or you're coming out of that successfully. You've got the fulfillment of wishes over here, so whatever you have been setting your mind to, you're going to get that emotional peace and happiness coming through. So something brand, an end of an old difficult emotion cycle, and something brand new will start up for you. This is the Nine of Cups over here, so you're ending that cycle of upset. And you went through this emotional loss, so this is the Five of Cups, still regretful, still unhappy, still very miserable, and this is what you've been dealing with in the past few months. But you've had the patience, you've been trying to heal yourself and trying to grow things from scratch. You've got the seed in her hand, and it's giving rise to this really lovely flower over here. And this is all, divinely guided. This is a star seed. So whatever you have in your hand is starting to grow, it's starting to prosper. Now seeds take long to grow, so you just have to have that little bit of patience. So the Wheel of Fortune is going to be coming in for you in the future, and things are going to start making changes. These are usually positive cards, and it usually brings in positive change after difficult situations. You are laying down very, very firm foundations over here. This card also counsels just what you're spending, because this is the Four of Pentacles, but you're definitely laying down firm foundations and overcoming obstacles and moving forward in life. So it seems like things are going to start moving forward for you, and the energies are now shifting from a negative cycle into a positive phase. So this is the Tarot of Ascension, and I'm doing the general read with that. Okay, so you've got the Ace of Cups over here, so something brand new starting in for you. Maybe going through a new emotional phase with this Ace of Cups. And maybe you've been thinking about a new idea. This could also be new study, new education, new information coming your way. That's going to bring you a lot of relief, a lot of happiness. So whatever information is coming your way, it's going to bring you, bring a big change. It's the beginnings of something brand new, a new cycle beginning for you. So you've got the Hangman over here and the Nine of Swords. So you've been feeling very stuck, maybe very pressurized, a lot of anxiety as well, and expecting the worst case scenario. And things are very, very stuck. You've got the Hangman over here. You feel as though, you're really not seeing things for what they really are. So seeing things from everything seems a bit upside down right now. And you've been making a lot of sacrifices for whatever you've been doing, and you're very, very anxious about the whole thing. Not expecting things to change for anything positive. But there's an Ace of Cups over here, so things are going to be changing for the positive. So in the past, you've got the Moon card over here. There's some kind of decision that you've had to make, whether to stay, whether to go. You've been very confused, upset about things. You've got, you're in two minds about everything. Maybe one day you're feeling happy, and the next day you're feeling very, very miserable. So there's two phases of this Moon, two sides of this Moon. And it's all been going on in your head. All this dilemma and problems are going on in your head. So some kind of mental conflict going on with you about what to do next. You've got the Judgment card over here. So you've picked a pathway in life, and you are moving forward. So you've changed the way you see things, and you've changed the way you've done things. Maybe whatever you've done, you've resurrected something of the past, and this is allowing you to move forward. So this is letting go of that past, taking all those lessons that you learned, and you are moving forward with it. You've got the Five of Cups over here, so there is some despair and some despondency going on still with you. You're still thinking a lot, looking to the past, and this is still upsetting you quite a bit. But you're managing to move forward, even though it's a bit slow over here. You're relying a lot on your intuition. You are looking at the past a lot. It is upsetting you, but you are moving forward. So going into the future, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So that seems like that old phase or that old relationship that you were involved in, where you had financial ties to this person, seems to be at an end. It looks like also that if this is the end of that cycle that you went through, of loss of, having less of everything, it's coming to an end. It looks like you might get some kind of payoff coming in as well. But you're on your own journey right now. You're moving on by yourself, and you're not going into the future with anybody else. You are making plans here. You can see, there this person is making detailed plans of the future, having a new idea. You've reached that fork in the road. You're trying to decide what to do next. Now, this could be working with somebody, so you could meet somebody that you work with or collaborate with. But this is also about looking at the past, taking those lessons, and then making detailed plans for the future. So you have got some kind of project in hand that you are working on, and you're trying to, decide what you're going to do. You've got the Knight of Cups over here, so some kind of new offer coming in for you. So somebody is going to offer you some maybe new project, enterprise, something coming in, something brand new. This could even be an apology coming in for you, I'm so sorry for what has happened kind of thing. And it's a very heartfelt thing, but it looks like, there could be that coming in. This Knight of Cups is also about maybe further education, further learning as well. So that could be an offer that comes in for you. So some kind of new proposal, a new direction that you're going to start. And with this Ace of Cups, it's definitely some kind of new direction that you're taking through. Now, you're worried. If this is an offer for a new relationship, then you're worried that, you could have a heartbreak situation over here. You're very scared of having that repeat again. So this could be an invitation, an offer, but you are worried about taking that next step, especially since you've just broken off a relationship or recently, ended a relationship. It seems like you are worried about whether or not you should accept an offer. Now, you've got the Three of Pentacles over here, the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So it looks like with the Three of Pentacles, focusing a lot on your work. Money has become a major issue, or your career has become an issue. You're working with people, collaborating, building things, establishing firm foundations, moving on. So whatever you're doing, you're establishing it, and you're working very, very hard. You're very focused on that work. You've got the King of Swords over here, so some kind of legal decision is going to be passed, and it looks like you're going to be getting some kind of financial payoff coming in with this Knight of Pentacles. So whatever this legal decision is, money comes in with that, and lots of it. That gives you some kind of financial independence as well. Somebody will help you even get that as well. So you might have some assistance in dealing with this legal situation that allows you to get some financial rewards from it. So some kind of payoff coming from it. Maybe it's a settlement, a divorce settlement, or it could be some kind of insurance settlement coming through, but something is definitely coming through after a legal decision, and that allows you some financial independence. So this is the Angel Tarot for the Oracle read, and you've got the Knight of Water over here. So again, that offer coming in as well. You've got this Knight of Cups over here and this Knight of Water, which says falling in love, wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and invitation to a social event. So something coming in over here, a relief, almost an emotional relief from whatever you've been going through. An offer, an invitation, an apology, something coming in that gives you a little bit of happiness. Or relieves you from all that stress and anxiety you've been going through. You've got the Seven of Fire over here, which says defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, and choose your battles wisely. So don't jump into any kind of arguments that arise. Make sure you're standing up for yourself and speaking your truth and defending yourself, and stand up for what you believe in. You fought very hard for it. Now it's time for you to take that stand and take control of that situation. You need to ride that dragon, so you need to be in charge of whatever that situation is. So you've got the renewal card over here, which says review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of facts, time to move in a new direction. So you've got this judgment card over here that is talking about moving off into something very different. It seems like in the last 3 months you've got the judgment card in the main read as well, that's showing that you are making that decision and you are moving on to something different. So you are resurrecting something from the past. Maybe you're going back and completing something that you should have done in the past, and you are moving forward in a different direction, and this seems to be your life path actually. So you are following what you're supposed to have been doing, and it's leaving the past behind, but also taking those lessons that you learned and moving forward in a positive way. So these are the this is the messages for that week, and I hope that it has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.